Newlyweds can make a ton of mistakes, but here are the biggest ones and how to fix it. Number one, you stop doing what you did to make the relationship work in the first place. You stop connecting. Believe it or not, we need way more attention than we'll ever really verbalize. We need to ask each other about our day. You need to do things as friends. And here's the top one. You need to date. Just because you're married doesn't mean that you stop going on dates outside of the house at least once a week. Couples that date together stay together. You date. Dating is the relationship. It's the verb. It's the meat. The meat of the relationship is what you want. You want to make sure that you are constantly going to the movies, constantly going out, and constantly building up that connection when it comes to your relationship. Number two, before you got married, did you sit down and go over each other's conflict plan? Now you think about it, at work they have policies on how to resolve conflict. Did you really think that you love him or her enough that you all were going to love each other so much that when you had an argument, it was going to work out perfectly? All right, well now you figured out that doesn't work. You have to have conflict plans. Sit down and talk about, hey, when you're upset, what's the best way to approach you? When is the best time to approach you? Do you prefer an email, a text, verbal conversation? Do you need to calm down first? And if you do need to calm down, how much time do I need to give you before I start feeling upset about you not speaking to me? Make sure you have a conflict plan so that when you argue, you can argue really well and go back to loving one another. Couples that stay together have high friendship and are extremely skilled at resolving conflict. And then number three, understanding your relationship is not fixed. It's about growth. You have to make perfect adjustments to one another. There is no such thing as a perfect mate. They're only perfect adjustments. Your wife is different after having a child. Your man is different after turning 30. You have to make sure that you're constantly seeing your relationship as something that's growing. There are too many couples that divorce for no good reason because they think the relationship is broken because you're arguing versus looking at it and saying, hey, we're really weak at spending time together, or we're really weak at resolving conflict. Let's practice, let's allow the relationship to grow, and let's get a little bit better so that we can stay together. It's never as bad as you think. Those are the top tips for newlyweds to stay together for a lifetime.